Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction, and welcome back to another episode of the Critical Path Podcast. I have a guest here with me who I'm going to let introduce himself. Mr. Tal Ezra is here with me in the studio. Tal, welcome.
Thank you
Why don't
very
you tell
much.
people who you are and what you do?
Well, my name is Tal Ezra. I run number of companies in different arenas. Two technology company, one in the petroleum industry and another one in the fire detection and suppression with a number of patents on that. And then I have another multiple companies in real estate for commercial and residential.
Yeah, if someone were to ask me to describe what you do, I would personally say you're a professional businessman. Do you agree with that?
We know how to make money.
There you go.
Yeah.
So a great place to start is to go back to, you have a very interesting backstory.
Yeah.
I don't actually know all of it, but I know enough pieces of it to know that it's interesting, including the story you told earlier.
Okay.
So where are you from, and how in a brief kind of description, how did you get to where you are today? Like, what's your backstory?
So, well, I grew up in Israel, in the north of Israel, okay, border with Lebanon. Was born in 1968. At the time, turmoil in that region, yeah?
Yeah.
And then when I was 16, left the house and moved to stay in a socialist community,
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called a kibbutz,
Yeah.
And about 6 to 7 months into it, I understood my first lesson.
Yeah.
That in order for any socialist community to work, at least one person need to be capitalist.
Really?
You need to count the money, Someone.
Yeah.
So then
Was this like, did the people in the community refer to themselves as a socialist community, or you recognized, hey, that was a system?
No, it's a socialist system.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a socialist system that was designed actually. The first prime minister of Israel, David Ben-Gurion, established Israel with the philosophy of let's create those socialist pockets that everyone works together. Mm-hmm. All the money that they make go into one pot.
Yeah.
And we're distributing it equally between the members. Yeah. But what's the problem? I work 10 hours a day and you didn't work for 1 hour.
I didn't work for 10 days. Yeah.
But you still get the same money.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So where is the ethics? Where is the commitments?
Yeah.
And granted, yes, you have people that, get sick and cannot work. Mm-hmm. But the philosophy was true when everyone was committed to the dream. You see? But the minute that the dream went away and there was no more building, then it became just a system that some people are still living the old-fashioned way, giving everything that they can.
Yeah.
And one motto that I took out of this is that in my family, I always say to my kids, you give 100% of what you can, but you take only what you need.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the responsibility of the group, to take care about the individual, because the survival of the group is more important than the individual,
Yeah.
But the well-being of the individual is critical to the survival of the group.
Right.
And when we say the well-being of the individual, we mean about his education, his ethics, his commitment, his performance to allow people to fulfill their dreams,
Yeah.
And then, anyway, after that, I went and I joined the military, served in the military for 3 years. And this is where I met my wife. There is a nice backstory to that. And then we are together. We are married, happily married for 35
That's
years.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
3 kids, amazing kids. I was blessed.
You do have great kids.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And one new granddaughter, 8 months old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
But when in 94, I left Israel. Me and my wife, young, 1 week after our wedding, we decided to leave Israel. We went to South Africa.
Oh, wow.
Not knowing no one, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, at the time, some family member was living in South Africa.
Yeah.
You know, in those days, you travel South Africa, no GPS, no phones, no cell phones. We didn't do any booking on hotels, nothing, you know? Landed, rented a car, took a map, you know, the book map, and traveled for 1 month, you know? And started to work with in the petroleum. I had nothing to do in the petroleum industry before. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Went and started to work with the BP. Was a vendor for them. Okay.
A vendor doing what?
Supplying them technology. You know.
Okay.
There's special technology for authorizing pumps and, you know.
Oh, I got it. In South Africa.
In South
for
Africa.
gas stations in South Africa.
Yes,
oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And then I said, wow, I don't know why I liked it so much. And I really started to study the whole subject, you know, self-taught.
Yeah.
About how to build convenience stores and building service stations and the computerizing. And all of a sudden you coming and you're saying like, wow, your life changed from military background into this, you know, high tech, you know. So if you know the chip on the card, on the credit card, in 96, I was part of a community that we already started to build application on what we call a contact and contactless smart cards, you know, with the vision that one day it will be, you know, and you know, the ability to go and to say, wow, you know what? I never dreamt to be in the petroleum industry. Never, you know. But I always believed that I can study whatever I want.
Absolutely.
And if you put your mind into something and you have a high interest, you just make it go right and you study,
absolutely.
you know.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'll tell you something that is very interesting for me.
Yeah.
And I think one of my secrets of how I became so good in what I'm doing in the petroleum industry.
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine a 26-year-old guy, don't know nothing about fuel dispensers, don't know nothing about technology. And now you're going and you're installing, and you need support.
Installing
pumps.
Yeah.
Installing RFID technology like radio frequency, you know. We came up with all kind of like solutions that we put the chip on the watch.
RFID back in, when was this?
94, 95.
That existed back then?
Oh, yeah. How old you were?
Well, I mean, I was born in 93.
Okay.
So you're saying that the contactless payment thing that's in credit cards now, that's been around since 96? Or earlier than that?
Oh, yeah. Much earlier than that, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In 96, I created the first cashless society that people go with a smart card, load money on their card, go and pay grocery, fuel, whatever, and you have a loyalty scheme, you know, on the program.
Yeah. I love that you call it a scheme.
It is.
I love it. I love it.
But one of the things that I started to tell you that I loved to do is when I started to go into technology or anything that I'm doing in life, I ask two questions. If someone telling me, hey, do this, I first of all want to know, what do I need to do and why I'm doing this? Because if I wanted to make myself a robot, I will never ask why.
Yeah.
Just tell me what to do, I do. Tell me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I wanted to because and not a robot, okay, connect this wire to here. Why? Okay, Tal, just connect it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to connect it, but just explain me what is that wire doing.
Yeah.
And slowly, it's amazing to see that when you understand the process, you can all of a sudden contribute from your own ideas.
That's right.
You can all of a sudden solve your own problems.
Yeah.
And you are less and less dependent on someone else.
Man, you know what that makes me think of is I immediately think of the fact that as I've gone through, so we've grown our business a lot in the last 3 years.
You're doing an amazing job here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And in order to do that, I'm sure this is real to you. We've gone through a lot of employees.
Yes.
Like people come and they go. Some people stick and some people are freaking amazing and you hold on to them like crazy, but some people don't make it.
Yeah.
So as I'm hearing you say that, I'm like, oh, wow, that's a really good reminder for me to not give up on telling people why things have to be a certain way. Because I get into, I don't like being in dangerous situations.
Yes.
And I try to handle them as quickly as possible, right? So I will completely, in a dangerous situation, you're not going to tell the person why. You're going to be like, hey, do it, and it needs to be done in the next 30 seconds, right?
Do it and ask the question
we can talk
later.
about it later. Yeah, exactly. I'm realizing that sometimes I haven't been getting to later lately. You know what I mean? It's just been like, hey, do it exactly this way. Like, boom, do it. Like, no questions about it. But it's a good reminder that I need to give people the why, because then they can actually contribute to the motion once they get enough of the whys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I discovered myself and saw it myself that when you drop sharing the goals and purposes, whether it will be for the company, for a certain job, what's the end product? Your purposes are not aligned, yes?
Yeah.
So when your purposes are not aligned, I have a guy working on site.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks that his job is just to get it done.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, get it done, make sure it's working.
Yeah.
Triple sure that everything is working.
Yeah.
And then bring the customer, train him, show him that it worked, and then make sure that the customer is signing a satisfaction letter right there and then.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then your job is done.
That's right. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yep.
So sometimes, it's just like, okay, what do you expect? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what and people need a reminder why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You coming as a business owner, listen, the mentality of when you wake up in the morning, of what you have as a business owner, is totally different than any other executive and employees.
Yeah.
If it was easy, everyone would have done it, yeah?
Right. Yeah.
But to cross the road to decide to become a business owner, it's not easy.
Why did you cross that road?
Oh, because I couldn't stand the thought of someone paying me salary. No, because you need to come to a point in your life and you're saying, never mind how much you are good, you will make $300,000.
Yeah.
Okay? $500,000. Okay? But then you ask yourself, the true question is, what's your potential?
Yeah.
And when you go and you confront yourself truly and saying, okay, what's my potential?
Yeah.
And yes, maybe 300,000 or 500,000 it's a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a comfort zone. Yeah.
That's true.
And I don't need to worry about employees and, like you're saying, people leaving, people coming. Yeah, I don't need to worry about it. Yeah. But okay, but what's my true potential? What make me go and like, wow, I love what I do.
Yeah.
When I stand in the shower, I'm like, okay, what's my day going to look like? What I'm going to create? What I'm going to do? You know what I'm saying? That energy, that process of thinking, it's very hard to install with someone that didn't cross the road to become, a business owner.
Yeah.
A business owner is not just a title.
Yeah.
A business owner is not like, oh, I open an LLC and let's see how I swing it. It's a mindset. It's a commitment. Yeah. Because in the end of the day, everyone wants to be a lion until they need to do what lion does.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying.
Listen, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to be a business owner. Go online, register. 2 minutes, $138. You are a business owner. Yeah. What does it mean? What's your goal? What's your purpose? What you're doing? How you're helping other people?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not a lot of people, unfortunately, young people, willing to put themselves into that commitment.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah.
Why? Because if you're coming and you're saying, hey, I'm paying him $150,000, yeah, or $60,000 or whatever,
Yeah.
and that's their comfort zone,
Yeah.
then what? That's their comfort zone. Now you're coming and you're saying, hey, I want you to do more. They will ask for a promotion. They will ask for pay raise.
Yeah.
And you gave them a pay raise, but they never looked at themselves and said, what's my potential?
Yeah.
Because you're always fighting against your potential.
Yeah, that's true.
Always.
Yeah.
You see? Every business owner.
Yeah.
You see? And that's the fun of it.
Yeah, it is.
That's the fun. Sometimes you succeed, and sometimes you succeed more, but you never fail when you try.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes me think of, so when I was a kid in high school, I did swimming competitively.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so after every swim, you go and you do a meet. Like a bunch of people come and you do races and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember after every swim meet, no one ever taught me this, but for some reason I would always, I'm a pretty hard worker. I would always like give maximum effort. I was never like, I'm going to lose because blah, blah, blah. I always wanted to win, but I very rarely won.
That's why you're sitting where you're sitting.
I know, man. Yeah, that's true. But I would always find something that went really well or that I did right.
Yeah.
During that, and that would keep me excited about, okay, I'm going to go to I did great, and I'm going to go to practice on Monday, and I'm going to continue reinforcing that great thing that I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was able to find a thing that I did well.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
But what drove you to that? Why? If you
that's a
didn't
good
have the
question.
belief that you can do better.
That's why. Yeah. Yeah.
So I always say 2 things you cannot buy with money.
Yeah.
Willingness
Yeah.
and ethics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Part of willingness is to recognize where you can improve.
Yeah.
Is to recognize, wow, you know what? In that area, all bias aside, I'm not really doing my best.
Yeah.
Question number 1, what I don't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Go get yourself educated.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
To go and read a book, it's like a curse today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I do know what you're saying. Yeah.
So,
like if you tell someone you're like cursing them to like damnation and hell.
Go read a book, you know?
I sentence you to one book.
And then you come in and you're saying, you know, what's driving you is the willingness to improve.
Yeah.
Because you have the dream and you understand that your potential it's much higher.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, why you will improve in the meet group?
Yeah.
And you will go and you will say like, oh, wow, I can do better.
Yeah.
I can change my technique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
as you were talking about kind of your story and how you think about being a business owner, one thing I was really wondering is what is the most like, have you ever had like an oh shit moment where you're like, you're really in a dangerous situation, like in business where it's like, it could be over, like tomorrow. Have you ever had a situation like that?
Yes.
Can you tell me about one that sticks out for you?
Yeah, you have a upset customer.
Yeah.
Okay. I never been in a situation, oh shit, I'm going to lose the business.
Oh, really?
Never.
Really?
Never.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. Because that's awesome.
Okay,
great.
another lesson in life.
Yeah.
In carpentry,
Yeah.
good carpenter
Yeah.
measure twice and cut once.
I made a t-shirt that said that once. Yeah.
Okay. Take that to business.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, someone didn't do proper training or proper planning.
Yeah.
That situation become emergency.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you could avoid that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the knowledge, responsibility, control. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. When you say knowledge, responsibility, control, when you say, yes, I'm responsible, what does it mean? What does it mean? Yeah, I'm sending you to a job site. Yeah? If I'm working with you, let's say I'm your subcontractor, I'm not moving one nail before I can envision what's the end product,
Yeah.
what's the risk involved, what's the time, how much money it's going to cost, and how I can improve. So it's all about the planning. Yeah? It's 90% planning, 10% doing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And in this way, you're just keeping and protecting yourself, like, okay, if you did a proper training, planning, you're not going to be in a situation that you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Plus the 3 basic things that I learned right when I started my own business.
Yeah.
3 people that you need to have next to you.
Yeah.
Very good lawyers,
Yeah.
very good insurance people,
Yeah.
and extremely good CPAs.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you're not moving an inch before you're saying, hey, I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
My insurance guy, what's the risk? How do I manage that?
Yeah.
My lawyer, what's the contracts? And my CPA, how do I save money? And how do I take the advantage? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how strong you are energetically.
Yeah.
Because that's another very important factor. If you come to work like, oh, I don't want to be here, don't be surprised that problems falling on you.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
They're trying to wake you up.
But if you come in
Actually,
with
you're trying to wake you up by getting those problems to come in on you.
anything that happened to me or don't happen to me, it's because of me,
That's
not
right.
because of anyone
That's
else.
right. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the viewpoint. Again, it's the how you wake up in the morning, and the level of responsibility and the game that you're playing and the drive for you to win, To be a business owner, it's not just like let's sit and think, how do I lose it all? No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The viewpoint is, let's see how I'm going to make sure that, number one, the people that work for me, extremely willing, extremely winning, okay? And they're contributing to the motion that will push forward my goals and purposes.
Yeah.
Okay? And making money is not a bad word.
Yeah. That's right.
I always say the sign on my business door, it doesn't look like the Red Cross. We're not a charity company.
Yeah.
We're here to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that's right.
saying?
Yeah.
But we, with that, you have a lot of other responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're asking me like, oh, wow, do I have a moment in my business life that I thought that everything is, wow, that's it? Listen, in my business, I went through, technology company.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, a vendor, critical vendor, telling you, hey, I'm not supplying you technology anymore. That means that you cannot sell.
Yeah.
You have 2 options. You close the business and go home and like, oh, mommy,
Yeah.
Or you go and you say, wake the fuck up
Yeah.
and go find someone else because there are other people.
Of course.
And there is always solutions.
Yeah.
And you don't let yourself cave in and you go like, wow, how stupid I was
Yeah.
not to plan for
There you
something
go.
like this.
There you go. Can I tell you something stupid that I did where I was like, I don't know how we're going to handle this, but I didn't, I never, actually there's one point where I could feel I was getting close to caving in. And then I decided, no, I'm not going to lose here. And then like straight up. So I had back in when was that with Renova? 2021? It had to have been 20. Yeah.
That was 22 because that was after I came back.
Yeah. So 2021 to 2022, not that long ago, actually. We had about,
Just
maybe.
after the corona as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
which was good for us.
Yeah.
In construction, coronavirus, boom, and then we just started in Florida because so many people moved in. It went crazy, and it's never stopped, honestly, since then. But what happened was I decided that my goal was to have a construction marketing company and just generate leads and sell them, and then have somebody else do all the work.
Okay.
Which sounds great in theory, right? Well, I guess it could be done in theory. The way that I tried to do it, it wasn't an extremely irresponsible way. So
Here we go.
yeah. So I actually thought that I was doing it responsibly from my low responsibility viewpoint at that time.
Okay.
For me, it was like, anyways, I got an attorney to draft up a contract. I got a contractor who was willing to do the work at a set percentage of what I sold it for. So I'm like, perfect. I take off the top. He does it for the rest. He handles the employees, he handles the subs.
You pushed
everything.
him all the headache.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
right.
Good.
Yeah.
And
that was the way the contract was written too. We had like a 9-page legal contract, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
I learned all these legal words like indemnification.
Yes.
You know the word indemnification?
Of course.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah. Of course.
It doesn't do what it says it anyways. So now I know that though, so I can be cause over it. What happened was the agreement is I would sell a job. I would take 50% as a deposit from the client. Say we sold a $200,000 job. They'd pay us $100,000 up front. I would then pay 85% of that as a deposit to the contractor, right? So I'm doing that. We're selling, boom, 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 deposit. I'm like, this is going great. And then clients start calling and they're like, hey, I haven't heard from them, blah, blah, blah. This guy's office is right next to mine. So I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the code to his office has changed. Uh-oh, shit. It literally probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like $300,000 in tiny business back then.
Yeah.
I mean, we would do like $2 million in a year.
Okay.
And we had $300,000 that was just gone.
Okay.
Because we'd paid it out in deposits. And I didn't understand that when it comes to money, and this is my understanding, people can have different understandings, but when it comes to money, possession is 99/100ths of the law when it comes to money, unless you're a bank.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you have the money in your possession, the law basically assumes that it is legally yours.
Yeah.
Except in very extreme circumstances. In business to business relationships, the person who physically has the money in their bank account, until they let it go,
Yeah.
the law protects them. And
Yeah.
once they let it go, the law protects the other guy to keep that money.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
Okay.
So this was a very costly learning experience. And so we're at a point where I had to cut that relationship, obviously, right? And so we're at a point where we've got all these deposits that we paid out. We're still owed 50% on the job. We could maybe cobble it together and finish the job for what's left in it. So we've got like seven clients where that happened to. So we've got to confront them,
Yeah.
figure out what we're going to do with them, simultaneously keep selling, right? Keep the salespeople going, because
Of course.
you can sell yourself out of any bad situation.
Yeah.
And build a production division simultaneously.
Okay.
And I at that point, I was literally for maybe a 1 week period, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it. I really didn't think, because I had already had a failed purpose on doing the production myself, because I'd already tried that before. So I was like, oh, well, that doesn't work. But I forget exactly what it was, but there was a point where, actually, I think I got some good advice, which is to hire a really good executive to help me, right? Like from the top down,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so we did that and hired somebody literally on a promise of, hey, you could make blah. You're gonna get paid based on how big the company gets. And we hired a person like that, and we actually not only grew our way out of it, but now our profits yearly are way more than what we lost in that $300K. And we actually finished all of those projects for what was left in the projects. We called in like every favor we had from every contractor we ever knew. My dad helped, my mom, everybody helped to finish those projects that were done. And then we built up a production division simultaneously, built up a bigger sales team, got more marketing done, and actually grew our way out of the problem.
So you should say to that contractor,
Yeah,
thank you.
I do say thank you. Thank you. You're right.
You know
Yeah.
why? He moved you out of your comfort zone.
That's right.
He took you in a very fast process
Yeah.
and did a whole false data stripping,
It's true.
you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Removed any fixed ideas that you had.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And put you in a situation,
Yeah.
you know, that you either make it go right or you make it go right.
That's right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's always like this. You either make it go right or you go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But think, if it didn't happen,
It'd be
you
so
will
bad.
still continue to sell
Yeah.
jobs
Yeah.
for 30-40% profit,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. That's right.
Then what's your potential?
Yeah.
Now you're demonstrating your potential.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's great.
So for me, he did you
Yeah.
a favor.
He did. No, I totally agree with you. I just think it's a fun story.
No, it is.
It's just like, yeah. But yeah, I totally agree with you. And there was actually one point where I did actually realize that maybe 2 years ago when I actually saw that things were continually getting better and there was no sign of things stopping getting better. And I was like, why? I had to evaluate for a second. Why did this occur? Like, why did this? Because it was a major shift. I mean,
Yeah.
7 employees.
Yeah.
We've got almost 10 times that number of employees today, right?
Yeah.
You know what else is funny? This is the best part. About 6 months ago, we finished the studio,
Yeah.
right? Part of that whole relationship with that other contractor breaking down was he attempted to cut my dissemination lines. There was a studio that I filmed in, very similar to this, that his friend owned the studio and rented me the time to go shoot in the studio.
Okay.
And he told his friend, don't rent to him anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? The interesting little situation. So when we finished building the studio, I was like, oh, wow. This is like, what? We went from renting the studio for $200 an hour to now owning the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that shift, when we actually finished it here, and actually I sat down and did our first video shoot in here, it was, I mean, it's a really good feeling of, having actually done something that you set out to do. And then the next question is, well, what am I going to do next? You know?
So I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
So imagine that guy
Yeah.
looking at you today,
Yeah.
2 years later.
Yeah.
What is he seeing? What is he seeing?
Well,
He's seeing you flourishing and prosper.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He see you successful.
Yeah.
He see you that you have amazing family.
Yeah.
He see that you're helping others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one viewpoint you can come and you can say, hey, whoever steals from me,
Yeah.
keep the money, you will need it for medication, yeah?
That's right.
But it's like not
Yeah.
nice, yeah?
Yeah.
The other way is like, hey, my viewpoint is,
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
I just continue to push my dream.
That's right.
And my commitment to myself
Yeah.
is to flourish and prosper.
That's right.
And that will defeat anything.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It has for me.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because listen, the fact that you're still here,
Yeah.
okay, and
Yeah.
you didn't go home, and your wife didn't leave you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But going through this situation,
Yeah.
it's really demonstrating how good is your relationship with your wife,
Yeah.
with your parents,
Yeah.
who you're really.
That's
are,
true.
Who are your friends really?
Yeah, that's right.
Who are the people that
I
are
found
really?
out really fast.
Oh, brother.
So fast. Yeah.
When you don't have money and and you have problems,
Yeah.
everyone like to talk.
Yeah.
You know why? Doesn't cost money.
Yeah.
So everyone like to, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you become successful,
Yeah.
everyone's still talking,
Yeah.
but some with admiration
Yeah.
and some from jealousy,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And some making comments of like covert hostility comments. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have the free will
Yeah.
to decide on what you're listening and what you don't.
Right.
You can hear, but don't listen. You know that?
Yes,
Yeah?
absolutely.
So the fact that someone told me, oh, I heard that you are the new, the neighborhood going to change their name for,
Yeah.
what kind of a comment is that,
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because that I'm not doing what I'm doing because of what other people is saying or thinking.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I'm doing because I believe in my group. I believe in our potential. I believe that, there is a greater opportunity to expand,
Yeah.
And it's just, and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
The minute that I wake up in the morning and I will feel that I don't like what I do, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could have retired, stop working.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. It's a good game. The game of business.
It's
It's a really good
yeah.
game.
It's
Yeah.
it's the only place I think that you can demonstrate your true ability
Yeah.
to build a team, your ability to give purpose to people, to give them the opportunity to demonstrate their abilities,
Yeah.
Because if you are a good executive, you have two things that you need to do. Delegate responsibilities and train.
Yeah. That's right.
Delegate responsibilities. You know that problem that people coming to you and say, we have a problem with blah. What do you think we should do? You know what I'm asking?
You probably ask, what do you think we should do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he will come up with a solution and they will say, okay, good, what else?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, good, what else? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so why do you come and ask me?
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought no. Let me explain to you.
Yeah.
When you're coming and asking me,
Yeah.
you give me the three options. Tell me what you think is the best
Yeah.
for the customer and for the company.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because remember, the survival of the group is more important than the well-being of the individual, but the condition of the individual is critical
Yeah.
to the well-being of the group.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're coming and you're demonstrating that you just don't float problems up, but you're coming also with solutions,
Yeah.
and that you took the time to evaluate, you know what will happen? Your executive will not come to you.
Yeah.
They will make a decision. Now, as a business owner, be willing to experience the wrong decisions.
Yeah. That's right.
Part of the game,
Yeah. That's right.
okay?
Yeah.
One thing, if anyone that worked with me made any mess up, I don't care.
Yeah.
Talk. Say it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we can work as a group to rectify.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, you run a business and it's very interesting. It's like a family.
Yeah.
You all of a sudden have 80 kids,
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that all the people that work with you,
Yeah.
okay, you are in charge of their family eating.
That's true.
It's
Yeah.
it's a humongous responsibility. You wake up in the morning and you're coming and you're saying, wow, see this nice guy here? If I'm not paying him, he's going to have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just him.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
now, beside the fact that I'm paying him and I made sure that he's eating, I want to make sure that I have some kind of a career plan for him on how he can improve himself
Yeah.
just for himself. And I don't care if he like art, go to do an art course.
Yeah.
Go to study something. You know what I'm saying? What make you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you invest back. I think one of the biggest mistakes that business owners doing is they think that their business is their ATM. I need money, I take from the business.
Yeah.
I need money, I take from the business.
Yeah.
No. You make money, you invest back.
Yeah. Totally.
Because in the end, that business, that beast will always take care about you.
Yeah, yeah.
Always. But if you drain it
Yeah.
and you think that, oh, here is an ATM. Okay, go take $10,000, $5,000. And you go and you're like, okay, what's the because money have a potential as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Not
Yeah.
only you, money have potential. Employees have
Totally.
potential.
Totally.
So when you're coming and you're treating your business as an ATM, you're killing the potential.
Yeah.
And then you're going like, wow, I have a problem with cash flow. No, you don't have a problem with cash flow.
Yeah.
You didn't plan.
Yeah. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
So it's fascinating to run a business.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. It's so fun.
Yeah.
You know?
It really is.
And I wish that more people will make a decision and believe in themselves that they can do it. Because it doesn't, so many ways on how people make money.
It is crazy. Do you walk around and see different things?
Oh, wow.
Like chemical trucks driving down the road. I see stuff like, the company Air Gas?
Yeah.
You heard of that company?
Yeah.
I see that company and I'm like, they sell compressed gas to laboratories.
Yeah.
And it's a huge multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah. But even, I know some people that sell just like knives.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
a guy that sell henna,
Yeah.
And he's not making, $500,000.
Yeah.
He's making the millions
Wow.
from selling, simple,
Yeah. Yeah.
But what you have there, the belief in himself,
Yeah.
that doesn't matter. You want to sell this table.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter that you have competitors. I like fishing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love fishing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when you go to do fishing,
Yeah.
and you have your spots, yeah?
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
like
Yep.
places
Mark
you go.
on the
Yeah.
GPS. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you go.
Yeah.
How do you know it's a good spot? You see a lot of
boats.
you see a lot of boats there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you approach, you see other boats and you see if they have actions on their lines, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're saying, okay, good, now I'm going to join that action.
Yeah.
You're not going to stand 3 miles to the side
Right.
and hope for the best,
Right.
okay? The fact that there is competition in the market
Yeah.
doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Okay.
good thing.
Absolutely.
It means that
there
there's
is
something
potential.
there. Yeah, there's something there to get.
There is potential.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how do in fishing, when you go to do, what's the difference between fishing and catching?
No, what?
When you go with a fish finder,
Yeah.
you go catching. You don't go fishing.
Okay, fair.
Okay. So what's your fish finder in business?
Yeah.
How do you know that there is business there?
Yeah.
And then when you go to do fishing, you never put one line in the water.
Right. Yeah.
4, 6, 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? You increase the potential. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. And each line, it's a business.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what happened in any boat, just to put it in a metaphor way,
Yeah.
that now I have a fish on the line.
All the other
All
lines come in. Yeah.
Why?
Well, so they don't get tangled with the first line.
Yeah, but what else? If you are not focused on that,
Oh, yeah.
you're going to lose the fish.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it's a big fish, swordfish or
Yeah.
tuna,
Yeah.
that they move like crazy,
Yeah.
what will happen? If you are not fast and you are not dedicated, you will lose it. So you did all the effort of getting a boat,
Yeah.
the baits,
Yeah.
the fishing equipment,
Yeah.
the fuel, go out, put the lines, da.
Yeah. Yeah.
You cannot fail and have your attention being dragged to some other line that doesn't have action on it. You cannot fail because you didn't react fast.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there is a specific recipe,
Yeah.
but you create your own recipe from experience, from failing,
Yeah.
from coming and saying, I didn't fail.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity. You know how many times I went fishing, huge fish on the line, you fight, he cut the line.
Yeah.
What do? You go home crying? No, because your wife wants to eat fish.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So now you decide who is beating you, your wife or, you know what I'm saying? But what do? You try again.
Yeah, absolutely.
You try again. Why? Because
Yeah.
it's fun. That's part
Yeah.
of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Failure doesn't mean nothing,
Yeah.
you know, but you need to have the fish finder.
Yeah.
You need to know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you cannot be irresponsible and say, okay, you know, let's just, I think that this spot looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
sometimes, again, with fishing,
Yeah.
I love the hogfish, you know, hogfish.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And hogfish is like a shy fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I didn't know
it's
that.
very, you know,
They're a reef fish?
usually
they're off
reef,
bottom?
yeah, and you
Yeah.
know, and usually what we do in order to create the appetite for them to hide,
Mm-hmm.
we take the palm, you know, the palms,
Mm-hmm.
bundle them up, and then go to a spot,
Mm-hmm.
drop it in the water, mark the spot on the GPS,
Oh, yeah.
come there after 3 months,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and you have fish over there,
Oh, wow.
you know.
Yeah.
Why I'm telling you that?
Yeah.
Because sometimes
Because
you
you're going
need,
to give me the coordinates?
no, no, because you need to develop techniques,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that yes, everyone is fishing, but
Yeah.
I'm doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is where the bright idea,
Yeah.
you know the story about the toothpaste.
No.
Oh, I have to tell you that.
Yeah, please.
So in the 60s and 70s,
Mm-hmm.
okay, toothpaste, it's true story,
Yeah.
came with a very small hole at the top where the toothpaste is being dispensed.
Yeah.
Yeah. One guy came to Colgate and said, hey, I have an idea for you that will 10 times,
Oh, my
The sales.
God.
I'm going to charge you $5 million. True story.
Yeah.
And all he said to them, make the hole bigger. Make the hole bigger.
Did this really happen?
Yeah.
Oh, my
So when
God.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I remember as a kid,
Yeah.
you know, the toothpaste dispenser, the hole,
Yeah.
was so small,
tiny.
you know?
Yeah.
And they made it, and they tried to make it that when you push it, it will come like in the shape of a star, you know?
Yeah.
All kind of, yeah. And he said, forget about that. Just
Yeah.
make the hole bigger. Brilliant, no?
Brilliant.
So now you're coming and you're saying, okay, so when I'm running into business, one of the things you need to pay attention because you're doing it again and again in another project and another project, let's say construction,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the market potential?
Yeah.
What is my idea of, because educating a market on a new idea, it's very difficult.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
And can be a waste of time.
sometimes,
I think most people who try to do it probably. And I'm in construction. There's a lot of people who come up with new products and stuff.
yeah.
And the problem, they don't have bad products. They don't go big enough. If they went big enough, it would work and they would dominate. But they try to just talk to the contractors and they don't handle the whole market as a whole.
That's true.
That's why construction's been done the same for the past 100 years.
Yeah, but look when okay, so you in the beginning you had copper, then people went to CPVC,
Yep.
and then they went to PEX,
Yep.
yeah, and now people using Upanor.
Yeah.
Why Upanor? Oh, because you don't need to clamp it.
Right.
Why do I care about clamping? And you know,
Yeah.
it's a whole new technology. Yeah,
Yeah.
saying no, it's not. It's not a new technology.
Mm-hmm.
Is just an improvement of something existing.
Yeah.
So when you're coming and you're saying, wow, people using PEX
Yeah.
or Upanor,
Yeah.
and most of the homeowners don't even know the difference. And it's interesting because when I started to use Upanor, for example,
Yeah.
I was like, that's genius.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's genius.
Yeah.
I don't need to be dependent on how the installer did he clamp it correctly, he didn't, failure, whatever, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's so simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fast. And then I said, wow, just for, I'm giving you an example.
Yeah.
When we do home renovation, so you have the main line coming to the manifold, yeah. And usually you have a manifold that goes per area, yeah. What we did is I said, no, I want to have hot and cold home run to each faucet or appliance and a valve. But not only that, I'm putting a device that measure when the valve is open or closed and if there is a leak. And if there is a leak, I don't need to worry. It's closed itself automatically, you know? People coming in and saying, wow, but this is like crazy. And I said, yeah, you know how crazy it is when you have, most of the water leaks or floods in your home, you know where it's being created from? You know where from?
Most of the leaks, kitchen sink?
No.
No? Under the slab?
No.
Where?
You know how you have the water connection to the Niagara of the toilet?
Yeah.
You know, that plastic?
Yeah, you're
thing?
right. Yep.
That plastic connector become,
You're right.
brittle and it breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah? And now there is nothing to stop the water.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Talking you from experience.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Happened in my office.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How did I know about it? Someone called me and said, hey, by the way, you know that there is water running out of your office? And by the way, it's not from one office, all the units.
Oh, God. Yeah, wow.
And I'm like, okay, I go there. And no one, it was the weekend, so no one was there.
Yeah.
And I come there. The water is like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where did it come from?
Yeah.
The pipe for the Niagara, for the water tank in the toilet, just cracked a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, policy number 1, no more plastic connectors, always metal.
Yeah.
Policy number 2, whether it's needed or not, every 2 years, we're replacing all of them.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing, it costs nothing.
Yeah.
Policy number 3, smart watches with electronic shadow valves, that when there is a usage that is more over, it's a device that learn how to it's automatically closing the okay.
Yeah.
Why? Because you can come and you can say you didn't know. Okay. Okay. Now you know.
Yeah.
Now how do you handle the situation? So now, first of all, handle the situation, Go replace all the floors, will dry, you know how it is,
Yeah.
But the most important thing, what do you do to detect and prevent from the situation to happen again?
Yeah, exactly.
And like in any business, if you don't use technology,
You're screwed. Yeah.
Yeah. So technology for me in business is CRM, bookkeeping, statistics, communication, simple things like how do you share your calendar?
Yes.
How do you share that, okay, the guy closed the deal, okay? And now I need my technical division to know in advance, before they even got the paperwork, that the deal was closed so they can start to plan it.
That's so funny that you say that. So I came to that same conclusion. What we do is we do what's called an instant turnover. So when the deal gets closed, before the salesperson drives away from the person's home, or like he has a check and signed contract, before he drives away, in his car, he types out a simple email notifying our Div 4 detective that he sold something.
Yeah.
Here's the client's name, phone number, blah, blah, blah. Within an hour, because sometimes there's lags, whatever. Within an hour, they get called by the VP of the division and says, hey, I don't know anything about your project, but I know that you just signed a contract with us. you made a great decision. Save my number. I'm going to be a point of contact for you. We're going to get started on the project right away on the planning side.
So the way I'm doing it, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Similar, but different.
But that instant move
Absolutely.
is critical.
Absolutely.
Critical.
For me, when the salesperson closed the deal,
Yeah.
which means he's becoming now from prospect to a customer,
Mm-hmm.
he logged into the CRM, he pushed one button,
Yeah.
and he moved the status from prospect to customer.
Yeah.
Automatically, whoever need to be notified getting
Yeah.
an email,
Yeah.
automatically the customer getting an email, automatically we doing another introduction email between the customer and our technical division.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And all the salesperson did,
Was push a button.
one button.
Yeah.
One button.
Yeah.
Don't be a genius.
Yeah.
You know, because when you open it now to interpretation, okay, what kind of email is writing? What's
Sure,
the
yeah, yeah.
wording?
Yeah.
And sometimes people like to, and that's another deadly thing,
Yeah.
If you don't define very clear policies, communications, people will invent.
That's right.
Because when you have a vacuum,
Yeah. Gets filled. Yeah.
and sometimes it gets filled with not exactly what you wanted,
Yes. I have experienced that. Yeah, totally.
So, but nothing that, never mind what's the challenge. It is absolutely, I can tell you, so much fun to run a business,
Yeah.
to be a business owner.
Agreed.
And we need to have more business owners.
Yeah.
And we need to have more young people realizing that, wow, their potential, it's much more than a paycheck.
Yeah. So I'm glad you said potential, because that's my last question for you is, what's Tal's potential?
Oof, I'm not even close to,
Yeah.
far away from it.
Yeah.
You can come and you can say, okay, so today you're worth, I don't know, 50 million, okay? Okay. What's the bigger picture? How you influencing, how you helping in a bigger picture? Because, we're living in a planet that people need help.
Yeah.
And, my last name is Ezra.
Yeah.
You know what is Ezra meaning in the translation of the word Ezra?
No.
Help.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
It comes from the Bible, the word, from Ezra from the Bible, yeah? And throughout my life, I love helping people,
Yeah.
So now you're coming and you're saying, is your potential being represented by how much money you have in your bank account?
Yeah.
Or by how much good deed you're doing?
Right.
And when you look at how much good deed you're doing, what's really is your potential? Do you see peace on this planet? No.
Yeah. No.
Do you see people using less drugs? No.
No.
Do you see all kind of things that for me and you we look weird? Why? Because our attention unit is stuck on how to grow.
Yeah.
Okay, but people that don't have any dream, what they do, they go to invent something.
Yeah.
This rule when we were kids.
Yeah.
You come to the playground and you always had that kid that say, "If I'm not playing, no one is playing."
Yeah.
And he start to do distraction actions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why like this?
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the potential. Never been measured how much money you do.
Yeah.
And when you do, and when you make money, make sure you don't run and tell people, "Oh, I make this." Oh,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have a window in your stomach. No one see what you eat.
Yeah, that's right. That's funny.
Seriously.
Yeah.
People don't know, don't need to know. People will never remember you by how much money you have in your bank account.
Yeah.
People will always remember you when you touch them emotionally,
Yeah.
when you help them,
Yeah.
when you pushed forward their purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
because no one coming and say, have you ever been in a funeral that say, wow, yes, I know Joey. He had $5 million. Wow, a great man. You know what I'm saying?
You get kicked out of the funeral.
No, because
Yeah.
what people talk about, wow, this guy was a philanthropist, or he helped so many people, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's always that, that kind of an energy. And that's the mindset that I was talking in the beginning about being a business owner.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much money you make.
Yeah.
You make money, yes, it's important, and for you to allow you to grow and help, yeah. But what's the impact that you're making? Yeah. First of all, your staff members, your family, your close friends, and then when you are in a position that you can influence more, then you look at the bigger picture of the planet and whatever make you go. Yeah,
yeah, that's right.
But you cannot stay in one place and say, oh, you know what? I have $100 million. I can buy literally whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do more. And then you're starting to decay.
Yeah, that's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's never about the money. It's always about what's your dream. What do you believe that you can potentially, how much you can help other people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, I think that's a beautiful place to end off. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me.